Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting exploration of the plant kingdom. Have you ever admired the delicate green fronds of a fern decorating a garden or curling gracefully in a forest corner? Those beautiful plants belong to the group we call pteridophytes. Definition: pteridophytes are vascular cryptogams, plants that possess vascular tissues like xylem and phloem but do not produce flowers or seeds. Observation: they represent the first true land plants with roots, stems, and leaves capable of surviving independently outside water. Evolutionary connection: pteridophytes are the crucial link between non-vascular bryophytes and seed-producing gymnosperms and angiosperms. They are evolutionary pioneers in conquering land. Visual cue: notice the spiral unrolling of young fern leaves, a feature called circinate vernation, a fascinating characteristic of this group. Let's look at their general features step by step. Structure: the dominant plant body is a sporophyte, well differentiated into true roots, stems, and leaves. Vascular tissue: unlike bryophytes, they have xylem and phloem, which allow efficient transport of water and nutrients. This is why they can grow taller and larger. Habitat: they usually thrive in moist, shady places, ideal for reproduction and growth, but some have adapted to drier conditions as well. Reproduction: fertilization still requires water because male gametes are flagellated and must swim to reach the female gametes. Ecological role: pteridophytes stabilize soil, form forest undergrowth, and create microhabitats for tiny organisms. Now let's uncover their life cycle, a fascinating alternation of generations. Biological process: in pteridophytes, the sporophyte is the dominant phase. It produces sporangia that form spores by meiosis. Sporophyte: this is the leafy plant you see, the main body of the pteridophyte. Gametophyte: the spores germinate to form a tiny, independent, photosynthetic gametophyte called a prothallus. This heart-shaped structure bears both male and female sex organs. Observation: unlike bryophytes, the gametophyte is not dominant here. This evolutionary step firmly establishes the sporophyte as the main plant body. Visual cue: as you see in this diagram of alternation of generations, notice how the sporophyte towers over the small but crucial gametophyte. Now let's zoom into their leaves and reproductive structures. Anatomical structure: pteridophyte leaves can be microphyllous, small with a single unbranched vein, as in Selaginella, or macrophyllous, large and divided with branched veins, as in ferns. Sporangia: these are borne on specialized leaves called sporophylls. Often, sporophylls aggregate into compact structures known as strobili or cones. Process: inside each sporangium, meiosis produces spores. Each spore, when released, has the potential to grow into a gametophyte. Observation: the adaptation of having distinct reproductive leaves is a major evolutionary innovation. Visual cue: look closely at a fern frond. Those small brown clusters on the underside are sori, which are groups of sporangia. This brings us to an important evolutionary milestone. Definition: many pteridophytes are homosporous, meaning they produce only one type of spore. Examples include Psilotum and Pteris. Heterospory: some, like Selaginella and Salvinia, produce two distinct spores, microspores that develop into male gametophytes and megaspores that develop into female gametophytes. Evolutionary connection: heterospory marks the beginning of the seed habit, an evolutionary leap later perfected in gymnosperms and angiosperms. Process: microspores give rise to male gametophytes, while megaspores give rise to female gametophytes, making reproduction more efficient and specialized. Observation: isn't it fascinating that this small step in ferns and allies laid the foundation for the evolution of seeds? Pteridophytes are diverse, and scientists classify them into distinct groups. Psilopsida, primitive forms like Psilotum, simple plants with no true roots and tiny leaves. Lycopsida includes Salginella and Lycopodium, plants with small leaves and often bearing strobili. Sphenopsida, represented by Equisetum or horsetails with jointed, rough stems. Pteropsida, the largest group, including ferns like Pteris and Dryopteris, with beautiful large fronds. Visual cue: observe these examples carefully. The differences in their form show the evolutionary journey within pteridophytes themselves. Finally, let's understand why pteridophytes matter. Ecological role: ferns and horsetails check soil erosion, enrich the soil, and form part of rich forest undergrowth. Economic uses: ferns are widely used as ornamental plants. Equisetum, with its silicarid stems, was once used to scrub utensils, earning it the name scarring rush. Evolutionary significance: the development of vascular tissues and heterospory made them key evolutionary pioneers, leading directly towards seed plants. Observation: fossilized pteridophytes contributed to coal deposits that we still use today. Recap: so, pteridophytes were the first vascular land plants, bridging bryophytes and seed-bearing plants. They are nature's experiment in advancing from water-dependent plants to independent, vascular land colonizers. Closing: isn't it wonderful how plants as delicate as ferns hide such a powerful evolutionary story? I hope you now see pteridophytes not just as forest greenery but as pioneers that shaped plant evolution on Earth. Until our next adventure in biology, keep observing the living world around you, and remember, biology is the science of life in all its beauty.